I'm waiting for my food to cook, so I might as well make myself useful whilst I'm waiting on my chips to go with my my cheese flan that I made today. It's actually really, really nice. I may make slightly less milk, I think. I don't know whether I went just over the line when I was doing the measurements, because I was trying to keep an eye on Mr. Percy climbing around on the work surfaces, and he was just everywhere. Or it could be I could add slightly less cheese, or I could just let it set, because when I cut the first piece it was still fresh out of the oven and it needs time to sort of set and settle. So cut it now. Well, I cut what was left and it's a lot more solid, so maybe it's just a case of leaving it alone until it's settled, until it's cooled down, then you can eat it. So we'll see, maybe next time. But I definitely am going to do it again. I've got this, so I might as well do a couple of what I've put for the entries. I am finding writing in this book really, really, really helpful, and I'm hoping me talking about stuff is helping somebody out there. Maybe think that, do you know what, I feel like that. I want to know how to sort of make things feel a bit better in myself. So I'm just moving away from the oven. I can feel my leg feeling a bit warm. It's not the speed off, just in case. Hey, Miss Minnie. Yay. I wish I could pick you up, but she screams her head off if you dare try. And, you know, she's not a little girl. She's rather a round. She's like a little barrel. Okay, so Friday the 3rd of February. Percy, why have you got to follow us? Sit. Poor Minnie's trying to use the litter tray. Percy's decided that he wants to watch and hit her on the head, but then he's not quite as brave as he was. Hello. Come on then, you coming up? You coming up? Oh God. Come on then. Go on then. Up you go. Oh God. Can't do anything, can I? Just don't jump up because the cooker's on, okay? Good boy. There he is. Capital for trouble. Aren't you? You never give me a bit of peace. Right. Let's try again. So the 3rd of February, it says, who do you love in life and who are you grateful for? And I've put, I'm going to have to take my glasses off. I can't read over the top of my glasses. Poor Minnie's trying to pee. Concentrate, love. Okay, so I've put who love in life, parents, son and cats. Of course. Who am I grateful for? And I've put, I'm grateful for me waking up to the abuse, realising I needed out. It's not love, it's toxic, and I need to be safe before it's too late. Standing up for myself, learning to love my own company, because that's the one thing that I found really, really hard. Now I used to draw in the wrong persons. I could guarantee it, up popped another narcissist. With exactly the same intentions and the same kind of vibes, and the more painful it was for a lot, you know, time after time after time after time. So I've been through 5 lots of it. So wearing my makeup and my wigs for me, which I love, making me feel good and maybe alone, but I don't miss that. Eating my book, thanks. So yeah, it's something that I think about all the time, that what if I'd just carried on as normal? What if I'd have just let things carry on? I don't think I could have done. I don't think I could have done. You sort of get to a point of like where you just can't take anymore, and you suddenly wake up to what's going on, and you realise exactly what it is, and that you can't live in that life, in that bubble, in that circle, pretending to people that everything's fine when it's not. And yeah, you feel like you're going out your head. You feel like you're going crazy. And the only way you're going to make things stop is by actually physically getting yourself out of it. And would I have done the wigs and makeup had I have stayed where we were in our little village? No, I don't think I would have done. I don't think I'd have been comfortable to do it. Here it's like a fresh start. People didn't know me. They didn't know whether I did this, wore my wigs and makeup as a normal thing, yeah, I just thought, yeah, I'm going to do it. And I took that leap and I did it, and I'm glad I have. Had I have stayed where we were in this little village where everybody knew everybody, and there were bullies either side of where we lived, and everybody was just, it's as controlling basically, because the lady that I lived over the fence from, she never liked anybody living in that house that we were in. And she didn't like plants anywhere near her fence panels. She didn't like any of my plants in the other side of her fence panels. She didn't like my fish pond that I had. And as soon as we moved out, that was... she set to work getting her friend the other side of me to basically drain it. The fish were gone. I'd got them out and at my dad's. But yeah, she got... they got this chap that she's rather friendly with. We all knew in the street that's what she's up to behind her husband's back. Yeah, she got him to drain the pond, all my plants, because I nipped back the day before I gave the keys back. I thought, I'm not going to go back again. I thought I'd got everything, and then I was missing some shelves for a cupboard, and I decided to go back, and there she was in the back garden. She nearly fell in the pond, and he nearly fell in the pond as well. They were emptying the pond. She says, oh, it was smelling. And I thought the pond pump's only been turned off a few days. It's just a lie. She just didn't want it there. All my plants were ripped up. I had a beautiful magnolia tree that had been cut up. My security cameras, they were taken down. My outside lights, they got rid of those. Amazing. I just pity the next people that moved into that house, because she just sets to work, just like, you can't park there, you can't do this, you can't do that, what are you doing? She complains every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes is a complaint. Don't agree with how you've done this, don't like how you've done that, don't like how you've done the other. This is going on too much. This is going on, and some of it she was valid over. I mean, my controlling ex was playing his music seriously loud. They could hear it halfway down the bloody street. There was all sorts going on. Exhaust fumes. I mean, he was really revving the car, setting the exhaust fumes, so they went into her back garden and into conservatory, stuff like that, vile stuff. He'd jump out of bed and be shouting and screaming at her from the bedroom window. The list was endless. He threw oil over some of her precious plants, so they died. He poured urine through the window of the car that was like next door's, either side, the other side to me, that was mates with her. Yeah, every time he had a wee into this watering can, and then when he got so much done, because it was summer months, and he left his window open, so he decided to go over to where it was parked and in the dead of night and pour urine through the window. So it was all stuff like that went on. It was loads of things. It's vile. And it just caused more and more stress. Because that's what he used to do. He thought it was fun. And they deserved it. And he put potato up her exhaust pipe. And, it threw eggs into the driveway and stuff. It just went on and on and on. I know that they were bastards either side of me, and they controlled every person that lived in that house, but he used to antagonise them and make the whole situation 1,000 times worse. So not only were I getting it in the neck, but he enjoyed the whole situation with them as well. Which then caused problems for me. And he didn't care. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I woke up to everything and I found the strength to get him out and start again without him. So the February the 4th, which is today. I thought today was Sunday, For most of the day I thought it was Sunday, but no, it's Saturday. I had to look on my phone and check. I was like, what day are we on? How much do you think you love yourself right now? Sometimes this can be the hardest challenge to crack. Self-love can be complicated. And I've put, I love myself. I'm proud of who I am. I survived 5 times domestic abuse, mental, physical and financial. My body isn't perfect, but it gives me the motivation to get free. I love the fact I care now for myself. I didn't have any self-care for myself. I did let myself go badly, but because I was so caught up in everything, I just had no motivation to bother with my hair and just bother with myself in general. I tried to pick myself up. I try and buy myself a few nice new-ish clothes on eBay and stuff, keeping things as cheap as possible, but he always used to knock me back down again. So I'm learning to know who I am. A warrior. Be proud. I know it sounds really cheesy, all that, being a warrior and all that, but when you've been through a lot of it, and whether it's 1 lot, 2 lots, 3 lots, 4 lots, or 5 lots like me, you learn eventually that enough is enough and you're just fed up with the whole thing. And yeah, I'm quite happy now. Now I've got used to my own company and I actually prefer this to the life that I had. And the persons that I've been with, but the last one for me was the hardest because I really thought he was the keeper. He seemed so, I thought it was me in my head because of what I've been through before. So yeah, I thought that he was fine and it was all me in my head, but it wasn't. It was just lover bombing and making me feel like, well, like I needed him. That's the words. He made me feel like I needed him, that he was the perfect man, and we were future planning together and it was all nice and tickety-boo, but then yeah, it was just all a trap basically. So yeah, I'm quite happy to be totally independent and on my own and away from all that. Yeah, right. That's it. That's me done for today. So yeah, I've done them too. I'll sort of focus, I think, because this is a good month to sort of talk about self-love and stuff. Maybe it's something I'll do a bit more often, you know, with going back and forth over the entries, analysing it and stuff, just merely because it may help somebody out there that's also going through what I've been through. And it might strike a chord with somebody. So yeah. And then tomorrow's entry is like, doodle what love looks like to you. Yeah, no comment. Right, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to have my piece of the cheese flan that I made earlier, which actually is really, really tasty. I've got some chips in the oven, which are almost done. So I'm going to get these out. Get Mr. Percy put on the chair. He's absolutely out for the count. Make myself a drink and then just chill, I think. Right, guys, show love and leave. Catch you later. Thanks for listening. And until next time, bye.